Hey guys,
Hey everyone,
today we're going to be talking about how we became friends
and how our bond is so strong.
and how we got into college.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Okay, me and Angie have known each other since my junior year of high school,
My
your
sophomore.
sophomore year. But we really became like friends my senior year.
My junior year.
When we were at Theater Fest.
I feel like that's not when we became friends. That's when we our slope started going up of friendship.
Yeah, it was pretty stagnant for a while.
Yeah.
But then during Theater Fest, that's when it was like beep, 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 beep. And then college was like beep, 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 beep.
And now it's like boom, 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 boom.
So Theater Fest happened my senior year, her junior year. I was in a play called The Trojan Women, and we won some award where we had to perform that at Theater Fest.
Oh, so what Theater Fest is, it's
yeah.
a bunch of high schoolers come to us chosen university.
Yeah.
That year it was Champaign-Urbana.
I don't remember.
Or something. And it's like they're all high school kids there. It's like tech, theater kids, musical theater kids, everybody. And they're auditioning
for colleges to get yeah. And then throughout that whole audition process, there's like performances,
there's workshops,
and then there's workshops.
It's really fun, actually.
It's really fun, and like you all get like a little hotel room, and it's
you're literally with your friends doing what you love,
and it's really fun. So that happened my senior year, her junior year. I was performing and auditioning, and then
I wanted to get a head start on auditioning because I ended up auditioning again my senior year, but it's good that I think I start getting my face out there as a junior.
I don't know if you know this, but I wasn't going to audition.
Why not?
I didn't want to. I really did not think that I was good at theater.
Did Wilson tell you?
No, because I based it on the roles I got in high school. So because I was like,
but you'd only audition for something like
that. No, I know, but it was like I would always get like ensemble roles. So I was like, I must not be good. You know what I mean? So in my head, like my senior year, dude, I was going to go into pre-med for psychology. Like that was 100% my plan. Like that was in my personal statement and everything. And then Cohen was like, oh, Viviana, are you auditioning? And I'm like, no, like I'm going to go for pre-med. Like I don't want to do that. And he's like, audition. And I'm like, He's like, just do it. He's like, what are you going to do if you don't audition? Like, you'd just be sitting around, just go and audition. And I was like, all right, fine. Like, I did not put any importance to this at all. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. And then I think Wilson gave me that play. And then I found my monologue from there. And I just really liked working it because that was the first time I've had like a whole bunch of text to read and perform. And it was fun, like doing the beats and the character analysis and stuff. And I just loved rehearsing with Cohen. It was me and Cohen and Wilson all the time rehearsing. I don't know why they drilled it so much, but they really put a lot of effort into
that's good, dude.
No, that is really good. But I just didn't think that in the theater department I was that important to them to put effort. You know what I'm saying? My performance.
Because it's like very favoritive, like there's like specific people that
are like the favorites, so I didn't think that they would like pay me any mind, you know. And I just remember like working at that and just really loving like the whole process. And then once I started like rehearsing it, I was like, this is a competition now, like I want to freaking win. And I remember they were explaining how like callbacks work, and like the highest amount of people that got callbacks was like somebody got 20 callbacks or something. That was like the highest. And I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty freaking good. Like that's amazing. Yeah. And I just remember all of a sudden like my mentality switched, and I'm like, oh, I really want this now. Like I want to see what I can do with this, So then while I'm rehearsing, I'm
rehearsing my own. But like I wasn't like, oh my God, I have to make it perfect because I was a junior, and it was just, I mean, I was a little bit like that. I don't remember. It was just my junior year. I really don't remember. I remember my senior year. So fast forward to Theater Fest. Yeah. Right? We're workshopping, doing all this stuff. Trojan Women performed.
Yeah. So the first day after Trojan, we had our audition slot. And there were also workshops going on at the same time. And there were a bunch of people from the theater department with us. Maybe like 15 other kids with us. Oh, yeah. All of them went to like eat or like go do a workshop or whatever. See a play. Me and Angie, dude,
we were so stressed. Like, oh my God, auditions! Like, we were getting like anxious,
but excited, and like it was just so much like all this energy. You know what I'm saying?
And like wanting to make it perfect.
Yeah, like we
get it right.
Wanted to rehearse over and over again. So while everybody was doing their own thing, we found some random stairwell in the university, and we rehearsed for like hours, dude.
We just sat there. I would perform. I would sit down, watch you perform, give each other notes, switch,
over
for
again.
hours,
Hours.
drilling the monologue. I had 2 monologues. You had that one long one.
Yeah.
Just hours.
Yeah, just over and over again, and we never got tired. We were never like, oh, okay, that's enough. We were like, bam, bam.
No, we're like, again,
we are doing this.
again. Give me a note, again.
Yeah, and we would just change it all the time.
I remember near the end, you did it, and your monologue made me cry, dude.
Really?
You don't remember that?
I thought it made you tear up.
No, it made me cry because it's a beautiful monologue.
It is.
You want to perform it?
Am I pregnant with the Lord's baby? No, it's a monologue from Marisol. That's the play. It's when she's talking to her angel. But anyway, yeah, dude, that was like a moment where I was like, wow.
And we were so proud of ourselves. And do you remember after that, we still stuck together. We went to went to change out of your outfit together. We were together for like the rest of the time.
Yeah, like after we rehearsed for that many hours and it was getting closer to like actual audition time, like I changed, like we were just like always together. We were in line together. We were like in the classroom together. We were rehearsing together.
Us in line together.
I was the last person. You were the second to last. I remember that. And I was so anxious.
I remember waiting in a stairwell for you.
Yeah, I remember.
And I heard because in the monologue she yells, and I heard you yelling, and dude, I was like, and Wilson was like this. He was like, I
know. When I remember when I came out, dude, Wilson Cohen, and you looked so freaking proud of me. I was like, oh my god,
dude, I want to cry. It's so
made
cute.
me so happy.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Oh, can I explain the audition process for me? So wait, that's when we realized like, whoa, she's pretty cool.
She thinks like me.
Who would have thought? So, for my like audition process, I went last. Andrea already went, and then I went last. And how many people auditioned that day? I was like the very last person because of my name, I think.
And it was not just us; it was other people, other schools.
Other schools too. I was just like the last. I remember that of the day, and you are in like this auditorium, kind of.
No, so it's different each year for different schools. So that school. We went down to like a basement. Yeah. It was so many.
It's kind of like here.
It was like, but it was like a long staircase. I remember we're like, are we getting murdered? Like it was creepy. So we get to this basement and then there's like kids in line. Yeah. We get in line by last name. And then
you walk into the space and it's super dark. Like there's one light on you.
It was different.
For you?
Yeah.
For your senior year?
Yeah, it changed.
Okay. For us, for that year, it was really dark and it was kind of like, how do I explain? Like, not an arena.
The stage is on the floor.
Yeah, and then all the chairs go up.
Yeah.
And all the chairs are like filled with all of these different like
you just
college
hear
representatives,
of
a whole
typing.
bunch of computers and laptops. And when I walked in there, I was really nervous because I was like so hyped. But I remember every freaking person in that seat was like typing away, or they were like laying down like on their arm, or they were like drinking coffee. Like they just looked so done, like they were tired. And I was like, oh god, like this sucks because they don't look like they're interested. And I had to do my slate.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi, I'm Viviana Scully, blah, blah. They did not look up at me. Like none of them. Like they were just like typing. They didn't give a fuck at all. And I was like, okay. And my beginning line is, am I pregnant with the Lord's baby?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fuck it. Like none of you guys are paying attention to me. Like this sucks. And then I remember I said that line. I'm like, am I pregnant with the Lord's baby? And everyone, dude, every single freaking person looked up like right away. Like imagine seeing all these seats, everybody just looking down.
It's a big way to start.
Everyone just looked straight up at me and they like leaned in. I was like, fuck yeah.
She said it.
It's like, gotcha. So then when I saw all of them look at me, I was like, okay, time to seal the deal on this one. And then I did my monologue and they freaking loved it, man.
It's a good.
They really, really liked it.
And her delivery, chef's kiss.
Yeah. So I did that. And I just remember like feeling so like, ugh, nobody cares. Like I just did my slate. No one's looking at me. And then right when I said that line, everyone stared at me. I saw people like close their freaking laptops. I was like, yeah. That's how I felt. Like inside, that's how I felt. So I just used all that energy like in that monologue. And I just remember being so like hype after because I was like, yeah, I made them look at me. Oh, and you know what that reminds me of? When I think about that, do you remember in the Hunger Games when Katniss, no one's looking at her when she's gonna do her bow and arrow trick? Yes. So then she like shoots it at them and then they all pay attention.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that because they were not giving me any sort of attention. And then I walked out of there and you, Cohen, and Wilson looked so happy. I remember all three of you gave me like such a big hug and I was like, fuck pre-med. And then right after that, like maybe 2 hours, they come back with the callback sheet. Like they email you a call, like 2 hours.
It was, you wait a bit.
Yeah, and like they email you all of the schools that call you back, like willing to like be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I want you at my school, like we have scholarships, blah blah blah. And I remember everybody was getting like their emails, and I didn't get mine yet, and I was like, what the heck? And I didn't know how many to expect, honestly. Like I did not know. So everybody was like, oh, I'm getting like 12, I'm getting 13, I got 17, whatever. And then out of all the schools, I think there were like 35 schools.
Just guess how many she got.
Take a little guess about how many callbacks I got that one time. 29.
Woo!
And no, that was like a big moment for me, because at my school, I think 20 was the record, and it was it was an old record.
Also, not even just the number, it's like you getting slept on in the theater department.
It's not really, oh, I got 29. It's just the fact that like all throughout high school when I was in theater, I never got like a big role, or I never got like favoritism or anything. And I let that get to my head, and I was like, oh, then I must not be good, so I'm just gonna do psych, for college. And then when I did this and I realized 29 different colleges want me at their school because they liked my monologue, I was like, no way. I'm like, and I freaking live for that whole entire feeling. Like I just spent hours in a stairwell doing that over and over again, and I'm not tired. Like I'll do it again, you know? And then when that happened, I just remember everybody being I think Wilson and Cohen were so shocked. Like they're like, what?
No, it was crazy.
It was insane, because that was like the highest number the school got in a while. And then out of everybody in the theater department, it was like me, and I wasn't like the popular one. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like really like, whoa. That's what it was. And then I remember not knowing what that meant. Like I was like, oh wow, like all these colleges want me. I remember Cohen was like, you need to talk to, oh, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to mention our school.
Yeah.
But he was like, you need to talk to
our current advisor.
And he was like, talk to him right now. And I didn't want to at first. I was like, I don't want to talk to people. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Because in my head, I was like, wow, I just achieved all of this. But pre-med, psychology, like that's my go-to. Like, what am I really going to let this one thing like change everything?
Yeah.
I did let it change everything, actually. But then do you remember in that one really big like auditorium, it was all these tables of different schools. And that's like where you go. There was a whole big room filled with like tables of different schools.
Booths and like
booths, yeah. Of like different schools. And after your performance and your callback list, you go to those booths and then you talk to the schools that want you back.
And you get to know them, like say, like they give you notes on how to better performance. They give you an
offer, like scholarship offers.
They give you offers?
Yeah.
They didn't give me offers until I went like back to the school itself.
Oh no, they were telling me like how much they wanted to give me and stuff. And then Cohen like literally grabbed my arm. He's like, "No, we're going." And I was like, "Okay, like fine, you're forcing me."
Don't yank my chain. I'll go.
So then I remember he just took me to like I think a couple of schools, and he was just like, "This is Viviana," and then I was like, "Sup guys?"
Hey.
And they're like, "Oh my god, I remember you," and I was like, "For real?" And
remember your pants? They kept saying you're the girl with the pants.
This was my fit. I was wearing a black turtleneck, or no, black swoop neck bodysuit, long sleeved, ribbed, and my pants were white palazzo pants with black pinstripes, so I looked pretty fresh. And I remember I was walking out of the auditorium and somebody from a booth was like, "I remember your pants," and I was like, hey.
And you changed too, so that means they remembered your face too.
Yeah, and then because when I was at the booth, I was wearing like regular clothes. I wasn't wearing the pants. I remember I was gonna go to another school. I forgot what school it was, but I had so many schools I was considering before the school I chose. But then this one wound up like giving me the best offer and stuff, and that's how. Oh yeah, that's how I ended up in college for theater, because I was gonna do pre-med, but I was like, no, dude, I love this way too much. Like, I would rather do this for the rest of my life, for like that little adrenaline rush, just for like a little moment on stage, than anything else. To be honest, it really is different.
Like, it's honest, and I'm being like, oh, I live for performing, but no, like I've never felt more happy, except when I'm performing. That feeling, that love, lightness, and like joy, and like heavy, like anxiousness, like it's like the best feeling I've ever had in my life.
And then the feeling that you have when you're done with a performance, it's just
and
like,
you know you killed it.
It's just like, oh man, I'm
good.
untouchable.
I'm fucking good.
I'm good, man. So that was how that happened. And then that was the whole story of me going into college and how I wound up being a theater major at the school that I go to. And basically the little spark that like started our friendship was that stairwell moment in Theater Fest. But like talk about your experience.
Oh, with college?
Because when all of this happened, it was her junior year.
Yeah, so I wasn't tripping about college. You know what? I didn't decide I was going to college until like late my junior year. Because for real, I remember my freshman year, my teacher's like, who's going to college or who wants to go to college? And everyone raised their hand but me, because I was like, I never wanted to go to college. Not that I hate school. I love school and I love like scholarly stuff. I live for that shit. But and getting good grades.
Yeah.
But I just like, I was like, I want to be an actor. I was like, I don't need to go to college for that. I didn't even know that you could go to college and like study theater. I had no idea.
Yeah.
My sophomore year, I still didn't care. I was like, whatever. And then my junior year, when like we were going to Theater Fest, I was like, oh shit, maybe I do want to go to college, because we were in a college and it was so fun, like being in that environment, us practicing like acting, like it was so fun. I was like, I like this actually. I was like, I think I might go to college. And I was like, and these schools want me too. I was like, that felt good, you know. And so my senior year, I started doing theater, like I dabbled in it my freshman year. Sophomore year, I jumped in like head first. Junior year, I was still in it. My senior year,
Bam.
I was X Games, dude. I was going crazy because I did the fall show. I did that role, and like, dude, that role like changed me. I felt like it was. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. It was a crazy role, you know. It took a lot out of me.
Wolves.
Yeah. Oh, so we did a show called Wolves.
Woo.
I played number 14.
Oh.
If you haven't read that play, I would say go read it.
Oh.
It's got a crazy ending, right? I had a big moment. So, and then I finished that show. Rehearsals were like months, right? Finished that show, practicing. January's Theater Fest, my year, my big moment, you know? Practicing. And then it was at a different school, and I remember the audition room. I thought I was gonna look like the other one, dude. You know, it was like pitch dark. You can't see any faces. Tell me why you walk into that room. Everyone is about the same level. It's like only 3 things higher, and you can see everyone's faces.
No
it was
way.
bright.
Oh wow.
I was like, whoa, this is so different.
Yeah.
But dude, I remember, and like, I know it sounds so dramatic, but when I perform sometimes, and like I get so into it, I'm not kidding. I black out, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Perform, and then when I'm done, I'm like, did I say the right lines? Like, I don't remember a thing. And I remember I walked in and I was like, damn, I can see everybody's faces. Like, I was nervous. I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, you know what you're doing, baby. And then my monologue, she's like manipulating someone, and like that brought out a whole side of me. And then I just remember, like, I just like switched it. Dude, it felt so good. I remember right before that performance, I had to pee so bad. I was like, I'm gonna piss myself. I remember thinking, like, I don't have time to use the bathroom. I'm gonna pee myself. And then right after, I didn't have to pee anymore. But I didn't pee myself. It just went away.
Nervous pee.
It was a nervous pee. Like, when I'm about to perform, I always have to pee.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, I don't. It's that nervousness. So that felt so good. And dude, I wish you had been there, because you had already graduated. It was different, you know, not having you there. But me and Georgia were so close that year, so like I was with her. So then that happened. Waited. I got my callback list. I think at like 27.
Woo!
And then I felt so good. I'm like, dude, that's so close to Viviana. And Viviana, she's like so good. So that felt so good to me, you know.
Ow.
And dude, that was a good year for callbacks.
You know what I remember? I was in college, and they were talking about, like, auditions are coming and stuff. And I remember my current advisor was telling me, like, oh my god, so many people from Taft audition. And I was like, did Angie do good? Like, I remember asking and like just seeing, and they were like, oh, we want her to be here, like, we want her to be here.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I haven't seen her in such a long time, because we didn't talk like the summer after. I don't think, like, we didn't really hang out. So I was like,
I don't think we hung out once.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, like, I hope she's doing good. Like, I hope she did good, because, dude, we spent all that time together rehearsing. Like, I still thought about you when I knew it was happening.
We would text each other, like, for big, important things.
Yeah.
But we never hung out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
But we would always text each other. Anytime we had anything that big to do with theater, I would always text you. Mm-hmm. And she came to see me in Wolves, you know. I remember you giving me notes after.
Oh, yeah.
That was so nice. Dude, every time. And I went to your show. You remember your show?
Yeah.
And you're like, any notes? And I'm like, dude, that was so good. Notes just keep doing you, girl.
But yeah, it's a very supportive friendship.
Yeah,
but
it
yeah,
is.
Keep going.
So then that happened, audition, then boom, was the musical, and then boom, I directed a show. So I was like going crazy.
Bam, 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 bam.
And dude, that entire senior year, like with college, I was so torn because my number one school is not the school that I'm in now, but everything worked out. Like, I'm grateful I'm here. Everything worked out. But the school, I'll just say it, this was North Central.
Yeah.
North Central, I cannot talk. I wanted to go to that school so bad. Like, the woman that was like in charge, like mostly like the face of that, like she such a powerful woman, dude. Really? She was so nice to me. She loved me my junior year. My senior year, she remembered me.
Nice.
And then when I went to the school you have to audition like at the school again to audition. She saw me perform 3 times.
Nice.
She's like, oh my god. She's like, I was so excited because I knew you were coming. And then she hugged me. I was like, adopt me. She's so cool. And then I performed for her. And that's cool, dude. It was gonna be like 50,000 or more.
Jeez.
A year. And I was like, oh, I don't have the coin for that. And so I remember they like gave me scholarship money. They gave me like money for my grades, like like half of it for my grades.
She's smart.
I am smart, thank you. Half of the tuition for my grades, and then they gave me like, I think it was like 6,000 extra for acting, which I was like, but that's still like, I was gonna be in crazy amounts of debt.
Yeah.
Because like there was this like website you can calculate it. My debt thing was like high.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that sucks. And then I was like, and I felt so weird asking for more money. I was like, damn, like just a little poor girl, help a girl out. You know, I didn't want them to think I was a little broke girl.
No, but actually, I feel like this is so unknown. If anybody's listening to this and you're not in college yet, you can just ask colleges for more money.
I learned that after.
It. Yeah.
Because they'll give you, if they really want you, they'll give you the money.
Give it to you. You just have to be like, this is my
Look,
first
here's the
choice,
situation. Yeah.
and I really want to go here, but I can't. And then they're like, you know what? Bam. Giving you racks.
Free tuition. So that happened. I was like, oh, my life sucks. Yeah, and then at that time, when I auditioned, it was musical rehearsals. And then, closing night or closing morning, we finished at like, we had a matinee show. We were all having dinner, like the whole cast. And then Wilson's like, I have some news for you. And I was like, what is it, Wilson? I have such a high from performing. What is it? And then he's like, the woman, Karen, she's transferring to Columbia College. And I was like, oh, heartbreak. Yeah. Because I was so like set on the North Central, like dorming. I was like, I want to get out of my house. Yeah. And just that college, like that dorming, like it's so college, you know, like I want that, like that college lifestyle. Yeah. And it's like, it's in Naperville. I was like, I'll be out of Chicago, like something, because I've lived in Chicago my entire life. You know, I've never seen anything else but Chicago. I was like, I'll get to see something new. The area was so cute, dude. It was so cute. And I got my hopes up, dude. And then that came crashing down. I was like, well, now I don't want to go there. I was like, I can't afford it. So so that happened. And it wasn't until I think the week of like you decide what college you're going to. What is that week called? Decision day. It's decision day, but like that decision week, I was like, I don't know where I'm going to school. And I was flipping out. I was like, you dummy. Where are you going to go? You're screwed. And I remember like freaking out. And I remember the school that I'm in now offered me a certain amount, but I still needed some more money. And it wasn't like a crazy amount because I had gotten like for my grades, I had FAFSA money and my scholarship. So I had like a lot of money, but still like I would have been able to like taking out loans. Like it wasn't a crazy amount I needed more, but still like I wouldn't be getting any help whatsoever. My parents were not going to help me, but I was just tripping. Like, I was like, I don't want to be in debt. Like, that's scary. Like, I'm already going to be a broke actor and I'm going to be in debt. And everyone talks about like school, like debt, college debt. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. So I remember FaceTiming you, telling you my dilemma. You're like, ask them for more money. I was like, I'm nervous. You help me write that email. I asked them for more money and tell me why my advisor's like, oh, I really want you here. And can I say this?
Say what you want to say.
So he said, don't worry, sweetheart. Here's the money. And, you know, I didn't bring this up. A lot of people don't know that. I hate talking about money in general.
Me too.
I get so weird. I talk about money. Like, when I have a job, like, how much are you getting paid? I was like, I don't want to talk about
like
it. It just feels weird.
Yeah, it's very, people say, like, don't talk about religion, politics, and money. That's like that's like a saying people say. I don't like talking about money.
I don't care
either.
if I'm getting paid $5.
It's my business.
I just don't. It's just weird. So, in the end, I'm not paying for school.
Yeah.
I got my bases covered.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay a penny for school, right? And I hate talking about it, and I still feel weird talking about it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm never gonna brag about it. That's weird. That's gross, and it's weird. But why I'm proud of myself, not proud, but like
no, proud.
It's an accomplishment because I got that from working hard. Like yes, I asked, but I wouldn't have got that if I wasn't worthy of being here, and they didn't want me here.
Exactly. No,
and then for a long time, like, that was in my head. And I kept thinking, like, I'm only here because I can't afford school. Like, I'm a poor little wah baby,
literally,
and I begged for more money.
Because then they wouldn't waste money on you if they didn't want you.
No, you're right. And, like, that for a long time, that whole summer, like, I was really, like bugged out. Like,
why?
I felt like, damn, you know how you can't afford school?
No one can literally afford school.
You know why I felt that way? Dude, because my mom didn't go to college. Mm-hmm. And my dad, he went to, I don't even fucking talk to my dad, dude. So, like, I don't know. He went to college. He didn't finish college. And I wasn't going to go to college for so long. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I know it's not a big deal, like, oh, college. But for me, it's so big that I'm here. And, like, when I was walking on campus, like, I never took it for granted. Mm-hmm. I was like, I'm so grateful. I would look around soaking. Everyone's like, this university's so ugly. Like, I love this university. Like, to me, this is so beautiful because I never in a million years thought that I was going to be in a college, you know? And the fact that I don't have to pay for it, it's so big for me.
No, that is a big thing. Like, you should never, like, try and make it seem like it's not a big thing. That is a really big thing. Yeah. Like, I think, like, in job interviews and stuff, when they're like, what's the accomplishment you're most proud of? I always say, like,
really?
Always.
That's good. That's a good answer.
Because I'm not paying for school as well.
I don't know if she said it, but we're going to say it again.
I said it, but yeah, I'm not paying for school as well. And well, all of my high school career, did I put in so much work academically? Mm-hmm. Like, I think I only got 1 B, 2 Bs, and they were both 89s, all 4 years of college.
She's smart as hell, guys.
Because, and I wasn't, like, actually good classes. I wasn't just taking regular classes. Like, I was in higher level classes, too. Like, I feel like people don't think I'm smart sometimes.
No, she's very, like, and she's so, like, organized, like, literally the first day of school, she organized her planner and wrote every assignment. I was like, oh my god, I was about to take a nap right now, and now I feel guilty, so I'm gonna do my homework.
Yeah, but like, because you were saying how, like, you never thought about going to college. Mm-hmm. You know, I was like the complete opposite. I was like, college is like, what else am I gonna do? Like, that's just like the next step. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no other option. Because, like, my family, you know, like, they think that way too. All 4 years of high school, I only had 2 Bs. One was in gym class. I had an 89. Can I explain why? I had an 89 because during the swimming unit, I had my period, and I was too scared to use a tampon, and I couldn't make up the swimming hours because I got sick right after. So she gave me an 89. My whole 4 years of high school being straight A's, you messed that up because I had my period, and I'm salty about that. And then also my English class, I got an 89 as well. And that was, again, because I was absent because I was sick and I couldn't redo something. So it's unjust. But anyway, all 4 years of high school, I worked so hard. I put so much, like, effort and time into school, like, academically. And then I worked, and then I did theater. And I was like, I need to be on my shit. Because my mom always told me, like, if you're on your shit, like, you're going to get scholarships. Like, you cannot expect scholarships if you do nothing all 4 years of high school. So I was like, all right, bet. And I did that, and I worked so hard. And all of the scholarships that I did get for college, majority of them are for my academics. Like, whoop, it's for my GPA and, like, my whole like track record. Like, they ate that shit up, I think.
Like, that's good.
Yeah, and they, like, that's why I have, like, so many scholarships. And then I also have, like, the theater scholarship. Mm-hmm. So in conclusion, both of us are so smart and so talented.
Work hard, play hard.
Period.
We just started talking about a whole rant, like how we got here.
Yeah.
But let's talk about when our friendship really peaked, because it was going up, and then it was like fireworks.
Bam.
So one day, I'm walking on campus, just taking I don't know where I was going. So I was just walking around trying to kill 4 hours, or like it was one of the 3-hour days. And then I bump into this like cool girl. I'm like, she looks sick as hell. Oh, I know her. Hey, Viviana, what's up?
I was like, what's up, girl?
No, you were like tweaking.
No, I think I was really
so
stressed.
No, and I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And you know, like, she does this thing, like, when she's stressed, she'll have like bursts of energy, but it's like stress energy. So she was like glitching. And I was like, oh my God, are you okay? So I think we went to this one building, got a snack, and then we went back to the theater lobby, that like couches and stuff. I'm like, spill. And you started just like telling me all this stuff, and we hadn't like really had a talk like that in like I don't even know how long.
And I feel like what's so crazy is like when I think about that, it's because like also I feel like it's so rare for me to open up completely to someone, and for it to be you, and it's just like the first time we see each other and I'm just like, here's everything. It just shows how like comfortable I was with
and
you,
another thing is like we can go so long without seeing each other, but then when we do, it's like I saw you yesterday.
In the house. Yeah.
So no, that was crazy. I remember you telling me all this stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, you're going through all this. And I started telling you what I was going through. Yeah. And then we were bonding because like everything I was going through my freshman year, you went through your freshman year. You were guiding me.
Yes.
There was one day, like it was like the end of the semester, and like we were in this hallway and I was sobbing. So there was just a lot going on, and it was like my first semester. It was just so much. Like, so I was dealing with so many things, not just in school, outside of school, like with my health and like my dad. Like it was really bad between my dad, you know? So I was just like, oh my God, I can't do this. And I just remember sobbing in that hallway, and you just comforting me, dude, and being so sweet. And then like, that was really nice.
Dude, because everything that you went through freshman year, I was going through my freshman year when it came to school. And I had to figure everything out by myself and how to like process things and like, you know, feel better. So when I saw you like going through everything I was literally going through a year ago, I was like, okay, I wish I had somebody like me to tell me everything. So I want to tell her everything. So like she doesn't like stress out as much, because I felt like I stressed out so long trying to figure everything out. So when I saw you like freaking out, I was like, no, like let me help you. So like you don't have to stress out as much as I did.
Yeah, she mopped my tears up.
But really, you know, it's like I wanted to be there for you because I had to figure everything out by myself, you know?
And then, dude, after that, the winter break, something in me, like, snapped. Yeah. And I was really, like, I felt so lifted for, like, it had been so long in my life. No, because my senior year, I was lifted. Like, I felt, like, confident and, like, everything was, like, not just myself, but, like, what I was, with what I was doing. And then this summer going to college, I don't know what happened to me. Like, I got this, like, really bad, like, dark place. I felt really bad. My first semester, like, other things were happening that like was not great. School was it was a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And then second semester, dude, I felt on top of the world. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm ready to rumble. And then the world ended pretty much. Another thing is that I feel like me and Viviana always switch off comforting the other one. When I'm like stressed, going crazy, glitching about something, you always talk me through it, and then you go through the same thing, I talk you through it, and it's always like a balance. Like we're never losing our minds at the same time, because if we were,
the world would explode.
Oh my God.
No, but really, like, and I feel like we know how to deal with each other so well. Like I know, like when you're freaking out, like you need your time by yourself, and like then you can hear me. Yeah, you know, like I feel like I can't just come at you and just be like, okay, do this or this. Like you need your own time.
Do you remember we took this test, and it was like that personality thing, but there's a question on the test.
It was like, if your friend is going through a problem, do you help them A, emotionally, or do you help them B, with their problem, to solve their problem?
Oh yeah. So you put that you help them solve the problem, and I put emotionally. And then I feel like that like clicked,
that works so
because
well.
That's exactly what we do. Every time she's dealing with a problem,
It's always like my emotions.
But I also like, because I don't even help you try to fix the problem. Like that's not important right now. Like if you're like tweaking, like I gotta help you.
Yeah, because like when I have a problem, it's not more like I don't know what to do or I don't know how to fix it. It's more like I don't know how to control my emotion. You know what I'm saying? And then you reel me back, dude. Like whenever I'm going like psychotic, Angie helps me calm down in like the best way. Like I've never had anybody like deal with that except for my mom, probably. Like when I'm just like so crazy, when I'm like so crazy, you know? And then because then you help me emotionally, and then I end up like, you know, I solve the problem. But like you help me fix, like, chill out. You told me to chill out.
I don't tell her to chill out, but like I help her chill out.
Yeah, and then for you, like I feel like
for me, what it is that my emotions are always on 1,000. Yeah. There's no helping that, you know. I feel like I'm the only one that can calm down my emotions.
Yeah, that's why I give her space.
Yeah. So when I calm down, it's like when I have a situation, usually my problems are like, I don't know what to do, or I know what to do, I don't know how to do it. It's a lot of the things I have. I know what I need to do. I don't know how to attack it.
Yeah.
Or I don't know how to address the situation. And Viviana is so good at saying, boom, 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 this is what you're going to do. 1, 2, 3.
Dude, that's
Give me options. Tell me why this one's better. This one needs work here. And oh my God, she like gives me a whole whiteboard of what to do. Logic, numbers, equations.
Yeah. Dude.
That's why we're a team, dude. We work so well.
Actually,
we're like 2 puzzle pieces.
Yeah,
It's like if you had a sandwich, like a full sandwich, and you cut it in half,
yeah.
it's always going to fit. You can't put it with another cut sandwich. It's not going to fit.
Come on.
Because we were one sandwich, maybe one point in like the universe, and then they cut us in half.
But no, that's like really true. Like, and yeah, I can't even say anything because it's just true.
It's always so balanced, dude.
It's so balanced.
Always learning from the other one.
Always helping the other one. And it just feels so good to, like, be comfortable with somebody enough to, like, be vulnerable and, like, learn from them and, like, just be so receptive, you know? But, yeah, this is just a whole conversation about college, how we wound up at our school, how we wound up being friends, and then when our friendship went kabam.
And why our friendship is so kabam.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the story.
Have a good day, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Be safe.